They were speaking, in the meeting, about the predominance of the wise on earth when Jesus took the floor and said, calm and simple. Many years ago, when the world teetered on the edge of a calamitous crisis of ignorance and wickedness, the mighty Father sent it the messenger of science, with the mission of delivering the glorious message of eternal life. Taking form in the circles of flesh, the enlightened worker became a teacher. Deeply invested in literature, he became passionately devoted to the works of intellect alone, turning away from the unconscious multitude in disgust and declaring that he lived in a luminous vanguard, inaccessible to the understanding of ordinary people. Seeing him unable to fulfill his commitments, the compassionate Lord arranged for another bearer of science to journey forth. After some time, this new envoy became a renowned physician. Yet he withdrew into a chamber of herbs and potions, showing interest only in the company of notable patients, those capable of offering grand rewards. He insisted that the common folk were far too petty to merit his attention. Then the All-Good One ordained the coming of another emissary of science, who became a celebrated warrior. He wielded the sword of calculation with mastery, commanded legions of cunning and vengeful men, and, distancing himself from the humble and the poor, claimed that the only purpose of the people was to exalt the glory of their rulers. With so much failure, the Supreme Lord sent another missionary of science, who soon became a gifted artist. He secluded himself in lavish halls, composing music to intoxicate the hearts of the temporarily happy with pleasure. Alas, he found that what was popular did not appeal to his sensibilities he believed to be far too advanced for his time. It was then that the exalted Father, troubled by so much denial, ordered the coming of a messenger of love to humanity. This new envoy looked upon all the scenes of earth with immense compassion. He pitied the teacher, the doctor, the warrior, and the artist, just as he was moved by the suffering and savagery of the crowd. And, determined to work in God's name, he became the guiding servant of all. He began to act for the good of everyone, and, fully identifying with the people he came to serve, he knew how to forgive endlessly and repeat the same effort or the same lesson 1,000 times over. If he was humiliated or persecuted, he would seek to understand in the offense a beneficial challenge to his capacity for selfless action, an opportunity to bear witness to the trust of the Father, who had sent him out of unconditional love for his struggling brothers and sisters. On many occasions, he was compelled to pray and plead for heaven's help in the face of slander and mockery. Yet he perceived in the lowest expressions of human nature even greater reasons to devote himself with deeper fervor to the uplifting of those still animalistic companions who remained unaware of the greatness and sublimity of the benevolent Father who had given them life. And so it was, by becoming the least of all, that he managed to kindle the light of renewing faith and pure kindness in the hearts of earthly souls, raising them to a higher level and achieving full victory in the divine mission entrusted to him. There was a brief pause in the gentle voice of the Messiah, and the restlessness which had previously stirred in the noisy room gave way to a final emphasis in his words. Culture and sanctification are inseparable forces of spiritual glory. Wisdom and love are the two wings of the angels who have reached the divine throne. But everywhere, it is the one who loves who leads the one who merely knows.